Kemba Walker. We woke up to the news this morning. Kemba Walker is no longer a Celtic. Brad Stevens, in his first move as the Celtics general manager, president of basketball operations, gets rid of Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker, man, I rated him highly when he was with Charlie. I thought he was in a bad situation. Charlie was a bad team. Now they're full of young talent. Melo just won Rookie of the Year. Bridges is a good piece. They have some pieces. They have a lot to be optimistic about. But when Kemba was there, they had Batum on a bad contract. They had a no really star next to him. It was a bad spot for Kemba Walker. I was glad to see, even though I'm a Laker fan, I was glad to see him get out of there, go to the Celtics. Maybe he was going to thrive there. It looked like he was going to thrive there at the beginning. But then injuries just kept piling on. It never felt like Kemba Walker could stay healthy. Now he gets traded for Al Horford, and they even give up a first-round pick to OKC. It's just, you hate to see injuries derail a player's career, but it seems that's the case for Kemba Walker. He's shown flashes with the Celtics. He could put up points. He could be a 25-point plus scorer, but I don't think that's what the Celtics need. They have Brown, they have Tatum, they have enough scoring. And I think Kemba Walker, for all the injuries that he has, for the defensive liability that he is, being so small in size, being, I believe, 6 feet with shoes, he's a defensive liability. And I think if they're going to keep Smart, they might be comfortable just starting Smart, or if they're trying to get a more specialized point guard, like in the defensive sense, I think for that team, they need a bigger point guard that's not a defensive liability, and then they could just leave the scoring to Brown and Tatum, and hopefully they stay healthy. And as far as Horford, he's been a Celtic before. He was a free agent once that did go to the Celtics. He didn't really get playing time with OKC at the end of the season. They weren't even suiting him up. He made a lot of money just sitting there. Now he goes back to the Celtics. I don't know how much playing time he'll get there. They do lack a center. They do need a big man. I don't know if Al Horford is the solution. But I think they're just trying to get rid of Kemba's contract. They're trying to free up space. Tatum and Brown are due for big contract extensions, so they're going to eat up a lot of the cap. Kemba Walker has one of the worst contracts in the NBA right now, just because, I mean, I still believe in Kemba, but right now he does carry that tag of having one of the worst contracts in the NBA, just because he's always hurt. He has a small frame, and he hasn't been healthy. Like, I think being hurt is just the main reason. He hasn't been healthy the last 2 seasons. And when he has been healthy, he hasn't played the best. He's shown flashes, but he's owed like over $30 million a season, I believe. So, I mean, OKC just keeps building up their draft capital. I believe they have like 6 first-round picks in this next coming draft. Like, it's just ridiculous. At some point, OKC is going to have to stop taking in so many first-round picks and do something with them, because the rosters are only 15 deep, and they have like 20 draft picks in the next 7 years. So what are they going to do with all these draft picks? There's no way they could keep them. There's some jokes going around that if the NBA were to expand to Seattle or somewhere else, Las Vegas, the OKC Thunder could build their roster just on the picks that they have built up. But what do you guys think? Was this the right decision? Did the Celtics give up too much just to get rid of that Kemba Walker contract? They gave up their first, which is not going to be that high realistically. I mean, if you're not getting one of the top 5-7 picks in the NBA draft, you have to be real lucky to hit on somebody. Most of these players, after the top 10, after the top 5, they don't really amount to much, if we're being honest. Like, a lot of these players just become rotational players. Some of them really become like really good rotational players, and then you get the odd one out, like, you know, like a Kawhi when he goes like 13, or, you know, you hit on Jokic or something like that. But for the most part, you're gonna get role players once you're past like the top 7. So did they give up too much? I don't think so. Kemba had been a liability. Kemba had been hurt too much, and they can't consistently count on him. So, hey, if this is signs of things to come, Brad Stevens is going to show him right off the bat that he is going to make moves. He is going to not sit still. So it's kind of funny that he traded Kemba Walker after being the head coach. I don't know if maybe Kemba didn't run the right plays, but it just seems it's kind of sad that he pulled the trigger so fast on Kemba, like as his first move as a president of basketball operations. Especially because I used to be a big Kemba Walker fan. Like I really liked him. I like this game, but we'll see how Kemba does with OKC. Hopefully for him, he's able to have a CP3 like resurgence in OKC, and then maybe he gets traded to a contending team, or he just gets to relive his Charlotte days in OKC, and he's just like the one guy that could score next to what's his name, Julius Alexander. We'll see what they're able to do.